I'm only going to talk about the easy matchups, so there's only going to be like a few. Gangplank is also beatable, once again, only because Gangplank sucks. If either of these champions were okay, they should beat Kled easily. Like, GP should be able to just poke you down and be safe enough on his barrel to, like, you know, not be in any threat to Kled. Same thing with Yorick. Yorick should be able to have a lot of max health damage on his maiden right, beat you in an all-in, not get one-shot, but because they're both so bad... No, I'm saying if GP was good. I'm not talking about GP now. I'm saying the reason these champs are easy are because they're so nerfed. If GP was good, like back when GP was good, and he had Essence Reaver, and he had Grass was strong, you just got gunned down. Like, there wasn't anything you could do, and then you would rush Boots, and you would just die. You couldn't attack him, and you would just die. The same thing could be said if Kled were good. Yeah, I mean, that's true. There's some matchups where if Kled was good, you should beat them. Like, I feel like Kled, you should beat Aatrox, but because Kled is so bad and Aatrox is good, you don't actually beat him now. But I mean, we're talking about Kled now, you know. Hey, forgot Cassante was in the game where you banned him or something. Fizz? Well, Fizz is not a top matchup. I mean, I could put Fizz in easy, yeah, but he's not really a top lane matchup. This is the only controversial pick for apparently. I think Gragas is easy to beat with Kled because in my opinion Gragas is dog shit and he can't do anything against you, but a lot of people disagree with that. How is Kled overall right now? Is he better than he has been in the past? No, the opposite. I think this is by far the worst that Kled has ever been. In my 8 years of playing Kled, I've never seen him as bad as he is now. So no, I think it's the opposite. I think Kled is terrible right now. Can you win Kled matchup as a GP? Yeah, I think I could, yeah. Because 99% of the time I play against a Kled, they're like the worst player ever, so I can win. Is the champ still bugged? Yeah, he's very bugged. He's bugged in a lot of ways, yeah. His auto attacks cancel a lot, which is like a big bug in the game. Not just with Kled, it happens with a lot of melee champs, but it impacts Kled a lot. His Q buffering bug's still in the game. The ultimate pathing, targeting stuff still happens incorrectly, you know. You know, his Q hitboxes being so far ahead of him is still a thing. You will not be getting Victorious Twisted Fate. You just have to play a certain amount of rank games, right? To get it, not even like gold or whatever. How's the Kled lane versus Kled? It's extremely easy. I mean, there's nothing Kled can do into Kled, right? Because if the Kled goes in, then the other Kled can just remount and kill the Kled. So Kled is always going to win like the Kled versus Kled matchup. GP is easy, but Kled is worse. Yeah. The Kled versus Kled matchup's unplayable. There's nothing you can do. Like, the Kled's always gonna win. Can you win against his bugs, though? Yeah, that's a good question. Honestly, half the game you're fighting your bugs. You're not even fighting the other champion. Oh, I forgot about Mundo. Mundo, is he the easiest Kled matchup in the game? Because even Mundo can sit far back and just Q and then build tank. Right? Like, I'm not sure. Who would be the easiest matchup would be like Sylas top, but that's not really a top laner. I feel like it's a stretch to call him a top laner. Like, I play Sylas top, but it's not really a thing. Malphite? Malphite, I wouldn't say he's the easiest, but yeah, Malphite's beatable. Briar, I feel like that's even more of a stretch than Sylas. But if I put Briar, where is she? Is this not alphabetical? She's not even on this. They like didn't add her or something. This is like outdated. Oh yeah, this is heavily outdated. They don't have a couple of new champs. You played Kled versus Kled before. Kled who engage will lose. Yeah, that's how every mirror matchup goes, basically. I feel like 90% of the mirror matchups in the game, if you go in first, you lose. Oh, you saw her? She's here? Where is she? Below? Where is she? Spot the Briar. Right there? Check under B? What? Think Mundo and who? Who's the other one you meant? Oh, Kench? Tom Kench? Tom Kench is just, I mean, the thing with Tom Kench is it's weird. He's a really shitty top liner, right? Like, he's a terrible top liner. I don't know if anybody even plays Kench top anymore. If you are against the Kench, pre-6, he's useless. After 6, he should beat you with his ultimate, whenever his ultimate's up. And he builds tanky, right? So it's not really a good matchup. You can beat him early levels, and he's also just a bad champion. So I wouldn't put him in hard. Like, I'm not mad if I'm against like Kench. At what stage of the game does your team able to take the buff away from you even though you kill the buff? What? The blue buff, red buff? It's when Baron spawns, and that it's a global, if that's what you're asking. When Baron spawns, that's when everybody on the team gets red buff, when your jungler kills red. Or early game, you could steal buffs from people before it's global. Kled shits on Galio. I mean, Galio's max health damage, right? He can build tanky too. But you can definitely beat him as well. But it's not super easy because he should win with items. Alawi is easy? No, not easier than Mundo. I would say Alawi is another champion where early game you can beat her. The rest of the game she beats you, so I wouldn't say that's that good. In fact, it might even be hard because you can't. She's gonna only side lane, and you cannot 1v1 her with items. You just can't. Her W alone beats you, and they build tanky. So I wouldn't even put that as like a good matchup. Yeah, I was gonna put the easy chance first, but then I was just putting whoever someone asked about. Let's look. I mean, Swain top is not a pick, and I feel like that's capping to put that up there. Who else is here? I mean, Cho'Gath. I can put Cho'Gath up there somewhere. Cho'Gath, I would say, is beatable. Fiora? I mean, Fiora is, like, you know, infamously one of the worst Kled matchups, so it'd be very easy to rank Fiora. It's so easy I can't find her. There she is. I mean, Fiora is one of the worst matchups, obviously. I mean, it's the same thing with, like, Garen, like Kusante. I mean, drop Kench? Why? I mean, he beats you after level 6. It's just that he's dog shit, so nobody's gonna pick Kench anyway, and even if you're against him, you could just leave, and he's not gonna do anything. But that's not the matchup then, at that point, is it? Bel'Kaz is Kled's hardest matchup? I mean, you couldn't reach him. Set? Where is Set? I mean, Set... maybe it's only in hard. Maybe it's not hardest. That's not that useful. Kench dog shit? As a top laner, he's dog shit. Support Kench is more useful for sure. Kench top is, he can't lane against anyone. His early game is way too bad. Kench support can do more. Do Set still go Bork? Sometimes, but they don't need Bork. They just need Tabai and levels, and he does enough percent damage himself, you know, with his Q and his ult. And that's like a CC chain as well that you can't dodge. You dismount, he Rs you, he E's you, or in vice versa, the other order, and you die. You'll just die to his Q max health damage, his ult max health damage, and the CC chain, so there's no interaction. Yeah, Jace, Jace, Jax, Gwen, obviously those are all unplayable. Talon is easy, definitely beat Talon. I'll just start clicking anyone, dude. I mean, Mordekaiser, he beats you with items, but you can beat him again with more items. Like, Mord is kind of weird. You beat him early levels, he beats you mid-game, and then you can beat him late-game again. Vlad, yeah, Vlad used to be extremely easy. Like, probably one of Kled's best possible matchups was Vladimir. It was, like, incredibly easy. Nowadays, it's the complete other way around. I mean, it's very similar to, like, Aatrox, where Aatrox used to be extremely easy for Kled, and now it just feels the opposite. Now it just feels like they just shit on you, and there's nothing you can do. In fact, Aatrox is even worse. Aatrox is even worse than Vlad. Fighting a Mord right now. Yeah, the way the Mord matchup goes is pre-6, he's really weak. You can just all-in him whenever. It's easy to dodge his Q and E early levels with your E. So if Mordekaiser walks up at all after level 3, 4, 5, like your level 3, 4, 5, you can just all-in him, and just it's pretty easy to win. He shouldn't be able to have the damage to kill you dismounted, as long as you're not taking like an isolated Q somehow. Oh, you're like already in that point of the game, mid-game? Yeah, mid-game, he beats you. Like, mid-game, once he has Tabai, Leandri's right, and he has his ultimate, he beats you that entire phase of the game. And then once you're like 4, 5, 6 items, you beat him again. Once you have LDR, Serpents, Hubris, Eclipse, like that many items, then you beat him again. So it takes a long time. Want to play Wukong game today? Maybe I'll play Wukong. Yeah, someone asked me about Kled matchups. I mean, it's very easy since every matchup like sucks except for like a few rare champions that you like never run into, like these champs. Obviously, Jax is impossible. Yeah, before you could play these matches, now you just lose. Yeah, there's a lot of matches that used to be super easy, but a lot of things have changed to make it really difficult. The Terry Bogard matchup. Did you see the new character they're putting in King of Fighters? It's just another, like, it's another in real life celebrity. But I have no idea who he is, and I feel like nobody knows who he is. Pantheon should be unplayable because he pokes you to death. Yeah, in theory, Pantheon should shit on you, but I wouldn't put it in hardest. Nah, he's pretty impossible. Never mind. I think unless the Pantheon's actually like running it down, he beats you. Never mind. It's actually incredibly easy. It's some DJ. Yeah, it's some random guy. I don't even remember his name. I just saw a post about it and I was like, who the fuck is that? It's some real life DJ. He's a celebrity, but I have no idea who he was. I've never heard of him before. What do you mean? I just played Pantheon to Kled. I farmed him, but then, I mean, my bot lane was Silver versus 2 Master players, so he lost. I don't even blame them. I feel like Riven matchups are kind of hard as well. Yeah, and dude, Riven is easily one of the worst, man. This is my opinion. In my opinion, these are the champs I'm like, I lost if I'm against them. Well, there's nothing I can do. Like, I consider Riven equal to Fiora Jax in terms of, like, there's literally nothing you can do. Wukong is ass against him? Ass against Kled? No. Wukong, I mean, no. Wukong, first of all, he obviously gets a lot of armor on his passive, which is obviously really good against Kled. You only do physical damage. But worse than his armor stacking is his ultimate does 32% of your max health twice while knocking you up. No, there's no counterplay to this. It 100-0s you instantaneously. It instantly 100-0s you. Yeah, and the Wukong E-bug is still not fixed either, where he E's you and it cancels your auto attack. His decoy also cancels your auto attack for some reason. They haven't fixed either of these things. No, yeah, he cancels your autos constantly because of these bugs that they don't fix, and he 100-0s you with his ultimate instantly. Yeah, that's the max damage. It's 32% max health plus 550% of his AD. Yeah, it's almost 600% AD scaling on top of his health scaling. I mean, you just die, and it's knocking you up twice, so you can't fight back anyway. It's impossible. Well, because I was explaining why the matchups are difficult, so it's taking me more time. I mean, Warwick, the thing is, Warwick as a champion, you cannot fight ever 1v1, but he's so completely useless that I'd rather fight him than those champs. Right, like Warwick doesn't really matter, like him being on the enemy team. Yeah, Irelia, did I not put Irelia already? Irelia is yeah. She's just like, you know, Riven, Fiora, Gwen type champ where there's not really any counterplay for you. The thing with Shen is like the first 20 minutes of the game, you can't really do anything to him or roam, but then you beat him with items. So I think I'll just put him in even. I guess he's kind of like Mord in that sense. You beat him with items eventually. Eventually you just beat him just because of your items. I bet Shen loses to like every fighter with items. I can't even find Irelia, bro. Here's Gwen. She's obviously hard. I'm not gonna order that left to right. I'll just put them up there. Wait, didn't I put Ikshan? I dropped him off by accident. Camille's pretty impossible, but she's easier than those champs at least. Now that Divine Sunder's not in the game. She's just very hard instead of actually truly impossible. Irelia? Oh, Heimerdinger? Oh, I can spot Heimerdinger. There he is. That makes it easy. That makes it easy. I know where Heimerdinger. I know what he looks like. Yeah, I removed the champ by accident. Yeah, that's why these champs are easier, because you can potentially live against them. Like, even full build, Sylas can't beat you 1v1. Like, 6 items versus 6 items, like, Sylas just loses. So he loses early and he loses with items. But nobody plays Sylas top. No way Irelia is harder than Camille? No, I think so, 100%. You can't damage Irelia at all. It doesn't matter how many items you have. Her W just invalidates your entire kit. First of all, like, even before we even talk about the fact that Irelia builds Bork and Camille doesn't build any percent damage. Irelia invalidates your entire kit. All of Kled's burst happens at the same time. You know, your Q is on her, your E recast is on her, your 4th auto is coming through, right? Because you're starting to auto attack. She can W all of your damage at once. So you don't even get to use any damage, and then her Bork just shits on you. Yeah, now that Camille doesn't have Divine Sunder anymore, there's slightly more you can do against her. Her only max health damage is her W, which with items you can play around, you can dodge it. And her ultimate gives her max current health on her autos, but that's not as bad as a max health, missing health type of thing. Camille also, a lot of the times, I mean, it depends on what they build, but a lot of Camille players build a lot of HP, because they'll go like Triforce Sterix. And people stacking HP is pretty good for Kled, because Kled does a lot of max health damage. It's harder if she goes like Death Dance or something. Then she's like invincible. I feel like any Death Dance champ is invincible to Kled, like Riven, Aatrox, you know, Pantheon. Like anybody who goes Death Dance, I feel like is untouchable. Well, Darius doesn't go at Death Dance, but yeah, Darius, he got nerfed pretty hard recently. I don't know if I've laned against a Darius since he got nerfed again. I mean, Darius should beat you, but it might be easier now that he's nerfed. So I'll just put hard. Pant? Nah, it's not left to right. This is just, I'm not going to do left to right. I'm just going to put him in. Nah, because there's worse matchups in Pantheon. Even though he should be auto-lose, I could believe in myself killing him more than I could believe in myself killing some of these other champs. Oh, you're just going in order? Yeah, I mean, Cassiopeia is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, there's not really anything to say. I mean, maybe you could cheese kill her early when she has 18 armor, but then the rest of the game she wins. There's not really anything to say about that. Yeah, I think Camille and hard makes sense. Yeah, Kali. I mean, what is there to say? Again, after level 6, there's no interaction the rest of the game. Azir, yeah, Azir is the, yeah, you know what, I'll put him at the front. Azir is the ultimate. If you've ever played against Azir top, that is the ultimate. There is no gameplay, actually no gameplay. You can even maybe kill Fiora. There is nothing you can do against Azir. It's over, game over if you're against Azir top. Just give up, bro, give up. You lost if you have to play against that. Yeah, luckily nobody plays it. There was like phases where people played Azir top, and on NA there was a couple people who only played Azir top. And oh my god, there's nothing you can do. Literally nothing you can do. It's like when Kalista top was meta. There is actually, those are some of the most impossible things in the game. Kalista top luckily no longer is something people play, but that was a thing for a while. Kalista top, bro, there was nothing you could do. Literally nothing. Literally nothing. Yeah, there's some one tricks that still play at top lane Azir. I don't know why every Azir player doesn't play him top. There's nothing anyone can do against Azir top. Yeah, and he scales for free. That's not an exaggeration. There's nothing anyone can do against him top lane. I think he beats everyone. He beats every top laner in the game. Like, you can't even pick another range champ against him. He still outranges you. I think there's truly nothing you could do. You should play him. Yeah, you should play him right now. Urgot, I mean, self-explanatory. He should win early anyway, but even if you kill him early, he wins the rest of the game. There's nothing to say about that. You beat Bu9 Azir on Warwick? Okay. This doesn't count. You know what I just saw Bu9 say earlier today? Zero or somebody posted the Yorick hotfix changes, and it said, you know, Yorick Mistwalkers deal 40% less damage to camps on their auto attacks, and then Bu9 said, wow, it's kind of weird that a champion does less damage to camps on his auto attacks. And then Zero said, bro, it's the ghouls. Why the fuck would Yorick's auto attacks deal 40% less to the camp? This is the person you're saying you beat on Azir? This doesn't count. I don't know how you read it like that. That was crazy. Alright, who else is the top laner? Yone, I mean, bro, nothing you can do. Yasuo, I mean, he should auto win against you. But, you know, I'll just put him on hard. Because the thing with Yasuo is usually he's squishy enough where you could cheese one-shot him with items. And ult through his tornado or something. I think there is no way you kill Yone. Yone's usually not super squishy with full build. Yasuo's are usually squishier. Even though he should beat you instantly, you could cheese one-shot him. Yeah, exactly. He can't actually do anything about that. If you're like full build and he face checks you, you could kill Yasuo. You would still lose to Yone if he face checks you. He would just win. Okay, Volibear is definitely not hardest. He should beat you. But this is probably like one of these two. Because you can beat him with items. This is simply because like Volibear sucks. Otherwise he would be in higher up. I guess he's kind of like a Shen Mordekaiser type champion. Where's Braum? Bro, Braum's I'm not putting Braum top. True, Olaf is beatable. Yeah, you can beat Olaf. It's not like a guaranteed win, because he definitely, early levels, he could definitely cheese beat you. So I'll say that's even. Jace, yeah, Jace I can simply put up there, yeah. Braum would smoke us top. Honestly, he would, dude. What are you gonna do? You dismount, he just stuns you and knocks you up. Like, what are you gonna do? Gnar? Oh, you guys are just naming champs. What do you want me to do? You guys are just getting Kayle. Gnar. Hold on, hold on. Oh, we're just naming every champion. Hemo, impossible. Lilia, Yumi, Yorick. What? Didn't I put Yorick up there? Yeah, I did. Well, because someone specifically asked about Yorick. That's why I put him up there. Kindred? No, that's not a top liner. Zach. Whoa, why was it so laggy? Surely Kled beats Lilia? No. I mean, let me ask you why you think you could beat Lilia. First of all, you couldn't hit her because she's too fast. And then she builds burn items with % damage. She sleeps you when you dismount, so then she can just line up her W sweet spot Q and then she kills you. You can't even remount. You could win early. You couldn't win early because she would outshove you. She pushes you into your tower. You wouldn't even get a chance to interact with her early. And then she's really fast, so she didn't be able to get hit or in kill pressure. Even if you did land the EQ on you, she'll just speed run away. No, there's no way you can. I mean, nobody plays Lilia top, but when it was a thing, there is no interaction against her. I mean, Singe, I mean, there's nothing. He doesn't even play against you, obviously. How did I counter the adjusted Yorick? The reason Yorick is easy is because he no longer does any damage. I don't know if you've seen the number changes that he got this patch, but they completely gutted all of his damage. So he doesn't do any damage. So you can beat him only because of that reason, because he's just so nerfed right now. They removed his % health on his E too, which is good for Kled. And that the bug is still in the game where you can E out of his box, which is pretty good for Kled, of course. And then yeah, they just nerfed Yorick's damage a lot. What about Arya? Okay, I'm not putting those. This is for top lane. I'm not putting those champs. Gnar, I'll say, is just hard. I mean, he should win with items the whole game, but Mini Gnar is squishy enough to the point where you could one-shot him. Gragas, yeah, that's the only one I said is like controversial, only because so everybody says he's impossible, but in my opinion, Gragas is like a extremely terrible champion. And you say he E's, it fucks you up. I don't understand why people say this. When I'm Kled into Gragas, I EQ him, right? First of all, he's fat as fuck, so I'm gonna hit it. So I EQ him, then what? He's gonna E me and do what? He's still right on top of me. My Q is on him, so it still pulls him. I already hit the E on him, so I have the recast. It doesn't even feel like he kites you at all. And then it feels like he either builds tanky and does no damage, or he builds AP and then I one-shot him. I feel like those are the only two options that ever happen. It doesn't even feel like he peels you at all. Like I don't understand. When I'm Kled and I EQ him, it doesn't ever feel like he gets me off him unless he ults me. And in which case his ult is down, which is nice. Now I can dive him potentially. I don't know. I don't feel like it's that hard. But I think it's because Gragas, in my opinion, just sucks. If Gragas was better, yeah, he has max ult on his WSCC, so he should win, but I feel like he's so bad that you can beat him. Ornn, I mean, I think Ornn falls under all these champs. Like, eventually you can beat him. He is kind of annoying in certain phases of the game. But most tanks are, like, kind of useless with items, besides, like, Cassante. Yeah, Renekton shits on you early, shits on you with items. There's no counterplay. And the worst about Renekton is that he can't miss anything. He can't do anything wrong like some of these other champs. Some of these other champs have a chance to miss something, misplace something, and give you a window. Renekton literally can't do anything wrong, so you just die. I mean, Varus is kind of a top liner. I mean, there's nothing you can do up there. Rengar's not a top liner. Nasus, I'll say, I mean, I don't know. He is uninteractable, so yeah, it should be hardest. He is uninteractable. Yeah, Renekton he just clicks on you. There's no counterplay. He outshoves you early, he outduels you early, he builds % damage items. He's not squishy at all. You can't remount because of his point click stun. There's nothing you can do against him. He team fights better than you. He split pushes better. There's nothing you can do against him. Poppy below Silas? What? No. Poppy used to be impossible, but she just sucks now, so nobody plays her. So now you can beat her because she just sucks. Even then, I don't know if it's easy. It might just be even, just because she's so bad. She should completely counter Kled, but she's just terrible now. Trundle, yeah, Trundle's another one of those champs that just split pushes all game, and you can't match him. So you need to have somebody else match him. You need to have like a mage on your team match him, because you cannot match him. He just beats you through stat check every time. There's nothing you can do. And he's just gonna keep split pushing all game. say Jace in a different language? Oh, you're saying Jace? Okay, my bad. I'll put Jace. I'll put Jace. Where is he? Here he is. Yeah, I mean, you know where Jace goes. Like, we all know where Jace goes. There's not much to say. Easily is impossible matchup. I mean, Jarvan top is not a thing. But, I mean, he sucks, so I'll say he's, like, even. Sion, true, Sion is beatable. Sion's beatable. In fact, I'll say easy. Usually I feel like if I'm against a Sion, even though it's incredibly annoying, I feel like I'm gonna win when I see that I'm against Sion. Even though he's really annoying. I think you can beat Sion, yeah. Kayle is like a dodge level matchup for me. Same thing with Trundle. Those are dodge level matches for me. Yeah, I don't care that much about playing against Sion. He did get some big buffs in lane recently, but I still think, I mean, most of the time I'm against a Sion, he's like a split push Sion, and I think Kled can match him, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's just really annoying when they're just in-splitting. That's what they all do against me, they just in-split. So it's really annoying, but if you're playing right, I think Kled can match him in-splitting, like, compared to some other. There's some champs that can't even, like, beat him at a certain point. What makes Kayle tough? The problem with Kayle is that ever since they made it so she's ranged at level 6, and they also did a lot of other changes to make it really easy to play safe early, like by buffing tower damage, buffing XP range, lowering early damage. I feel like you cannot threaten the Kayle at all pre-6, and then as soon as she's ranged, she just beats you, right? Like, whenever you're not going in on her, she's just whittling you down. She has a missing HP move on her E to, like, execute you dismounted. Yeah, she's too fast and too ranged, and she has a slow to not get hit by your EQ, and even if you magically hit her, she has her ultimate anyway, so there's no way to ever threaten her, and then she just outscales you extremely fast and extremely hard. Yeah, dude, her character model does throw me off too a lot, yeah. She's, like, not aligned with where she looks like she is, her hitbox. You think Ryze is the hardest matchup? I mean, Ryze is a champion that the way the Ryze matchup should go is that he just shoves the lane super fast early, and you can't stop him, right? You can't stop him from doing it. He just shoves the lane into your tower over and over, and then he gets a couple items, and then he beats you after that. I mean, that's how it should go. So it should be like the window of the game where he's squishy, you shouldn't even be able to hit him because he's just shoving into your tower instantly. His wave clear's so fast. I mean, I think I'll count Sejuani as a top laner. I mean, you can beat her. It's kind of annoying, but you can beat her, so I'll put her in just hard. Sejuani top kind of sucks though. Fiddle top? True, honestly. I think it's a couple of fiddles. Alright, Kha'Zix top. There we go. I can rank Kha'Zix top. Where do you think the new Naafiri falls? Yeah, true. I don't think anyone plays her top lane, like, very rarely. I mean, yeah, she does have, like, a missing HP move. Her untargetable is not, I feel like it's not that hard to deal with. I think Naafiri is beatable. Oh, she's not on the tier list though, right? She's not even here. I think it's beatable. I don't think it's, like, super easy, but I think she's beatable. Vi top? Vi is just dog shit, I don't know. Vi top is just a grief pick. I'll just put in easy, even though it's not really a top laner. Yeah, Karma. I mean, Karma's pretty straightforward. I mean, you can interact with her. Maybe you'll get lucky and it's like tank Karma and then she's useless. But I'll say, like, let's just say she's a normal person, then you can't win. Yeah, and Mbessa True is another dodge matchup. She's not on this list because it's outdated by a couple of years, but yeah, Mbessa's like a dodge matchup. I haven't seen him play Vi top, no. I mean, Vi top is like just a complete troll pick. Yeah, I put Gwen up there, didn't I? I didn't put Gwen up there. Where is Gwen? No, I already put Gwen up there. Yeah, she's like one of those champs. Irelia, Fiora. She just runs you down. Yeah, Karma's really obnoxious. I use Alistar as the Mbessa. Then people are gonna ask, why is Alistar impossible? Maokai's another champ that's like Aatrox Darius, like one of those champs that used to be, I felt like, an auto free win. But now it doesn't feel like that anymore for a lot of reasons. But partially because of his rework stuff, but it used to be really easy to beat Maokai. Now it's like annoying as fuck. Yeah, Kha'Zix top. I mean, I've played it. I've seen it. I'll count him as a top. If you're against Kha'Zix top, I would say you should win. That's Kled. Yeah, you gotta fight Salas and Kha'Zix top. Let's see, who else is the top laner here? Heimerdinger doesn't count. He's not really a top laner. I mean, Kennen, there's no interaction. It's like Karma, I guess, but he's not a tank. Malphite. I think Malphite's like a lot of other tanks. Did I put Kennen? Yeah, I put Kennen. You were a Kha'Zix top main. Quinn. Yeah, Quinn's another uninteractable champ. Is she not here, or am I just blind? What does Quinn even look like, bro? Where is she? One second. I'm blind. Oh, here she is. Alright. Put Rengar. Yeah, Rengar top kind of died. But yeah, he's really, really obnoxious. But I think you can beat him with items. Heimer unplayable? I don't think it's unplayable. First of all, I don't think Heimer top is even a pick, but I wouldn't put him in unplayable. Heimer is pretty bad these days, so I think you can beat him. Quinn? Yeah, she's kind of a mean pick. I don't think she's bad, but she's not like amazing, but I don't think she's bad. At least for top lane. I don't know about ADC Quinn, but top lane Quinn, she beats a lot of matchups, and she's strong at roaming, which is like the main way to have impact as a top laner. Is she not really hard to outplay? Poppy used to be impossible, yeah. Normally I'd put Poppy in impossible, but they completely gutted Poppy recently because of support Poppy. Everyone was playing support Poppy, so they nerfed her super hard, like her passive, her base damage, her base AD. Poppy got nerfed a lot, which makes me think you can beat her now. Normally, Poppy should be an impossible, like one of the worst matches for Kled ever, but because she's so bad right now, I think you can win. Shyvana top? No, yeah, Shyvana top is another very easy one to place. There's literally no counterplay. She just clicks on you and wins. I wish I was exaggerating. Swain top, yeah, Swain top, I don't think that's a pick. If you were against Swain top, honestly, he falls under these champs as completely useless. He's very easy to bait. Even as a Leandri's like Zanya's champ, I still think you can bait him. He's just that bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna put him up there, even though he's not a top laner. Your Shyvana went 0-6 versus Kled? Oh. She sounds like she played the lane well. Shyvana unplayable? Yeah, I mean, there should be no counterplay. She has too much % damage, she's tanky. She's just a stat check champ. She's like Trundle, like she just clicks on you and wins. There's not really anything else about it. Her base nets are really high. She gets resist from dragons too. She starts with the 5 bonus as well. Yeah, she either goes AP and goes Leandri, or she goes AD and goes Bork, Shojin, or whatever. Like either way, she just baits you. It doesn't matter what she's building, unless she's like, I don't know, full lethality Shyvana, I guess. Skarner? I don't even know if Skarner still counts the top laner. In fact, I don't think I've played against a single Skarner all season. I mean, I don't know. He should beat you, but he must just be that bad right now. I've actually not played against a single Skarner all season. I don't know how much he got nerfed. It's hard for me to rank him because I haven't seen him in so long. When Skarner came out, it was completely unplayable, but he was just broken. I don't know how he is now, so I'm just not going to put him. Yeah, I mean, Vayne is like really easy to rank, obviously. There's no counterplay. I mean, Zillion top, that's my favorite one. And Sinzao doesn't count. Udyr, I guess he's a top laner, yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious how the lane goes. Yeah, nobody picks Skarner anymore. I guess they nerfed his damage that much. Never see him. Yeah, Wukong, there's no counterplay. Who else is like a notable top laner that I haven't ranked? Elise is not a top laner. Rek'Sai is not a top laner. Have I played versus Pinkord? Yeah, a million times I've played against Pinkord, both in solo queue and in some tournaments. I mean, I can rank Shaco, I guess. I mean, he's a completely useless top laner with no wave clear. And yeah, he just sucks as a top laner. He's just a complete troll pick as a top laner. Where even is Shaco? There he is. I mean, he just sucks. I mean, he's just a troll pick top lane, so I'll put him up there. Not Rek'Sai? I think I've played against more Shaco top lanes. Oh, okay, I'll rank Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai should beat you, but she sucks. So it's even, I'll say. You don't need Tiamat against Shaco. There's no point. What would you want to shove even faster into him? You don't want to be diving him because that's the only thing Shaco top can do is hope that you dive him. So you wouldn't want to rush Tiamat against him. It wouldn't be good. No way Kench and Volley are the same tier. I look at them the same way when I'm against them. When I look at when I look at Kench and Volibear, I'm like, okay. There's like a 20-minute phase of the game where I can't fight them. But eventually I can beat them with like several items. I look at them the same way. In my head, Ram is top. It's not a pick. Rammus is a completely like troll pick top lane. He's not easiest though, because he's not that easy to kill. Xin Zhao, yeah, I mean, I can put Xin Zhao. I mean, I think you can beat Xin Zhao. He can cheese kill you early though, so he's kind of like Olaf. Where'd I put Olaf here? Yeah, he's basically like Olaf. Where they can cheese kill you early, but if you do, if you get a lead on them, it actually matters and you can beat them for a while. I guess it depends on what Xin Zhao builds though, because Xin Zhao can actually go like Bork and tanky. I mean, Olaf can do that, but it sucks. Nocturne, yeah, Nocturne top lane used to be a thing. I don't think people play it anymore. Nocturne is when it was meta though, there was no counterplay. I mean, he builds Bork and he clicks on you. His tether also doesn't break when you dismount. So you can click a Z on you while you're mounted, you can dismount, you'll still get the 2-second feared, and then he just autos you down. Yeah, there's no counterplay. Nobody plays it anymore because they nerfed it, but when it was a thing, yeah. Even Nocturne Jungle is a complete counter. You can never duel him 1v1. It's extremely easy for him to spell shield your Q or your ultimate if it's from a distance, and then he just stat checks you. He's like Trundle, like that type of champ, but with CC. Isn't Urgot also like Volley where you can kill him later? I don't think you can kill Urgot later now. I think Urgot beats you with items. No, I don't think he beats you with items. He definitely beats you with items. If the Urgot's building normally, he just guns you down instantly. There's no counterplay. I think you can kill like a Kench or a Volley with like several items. I don't think you beat Urgot with items. I think Lissandra got some changes recently, but yeah, she's not very popular. I don't know what was the nerf that like made people stop picking her. She was in a couple of patch notes recently. Bel'Veth top, that's not a pick. I think I put every actual top liner, right? Did I miss anyone? I don't think any of these other things are like real. I mean, like, yeah, TF top, I guess people play sometimes. Jhin top, Graves, that's not really a top liner though. Like, I feel like I put all the actual top liners. Kayn, yeah, like, I guess. I mean, Kayn top is useless right before he has Kayn, Rost, I mean, and then he wins. So I would say hard then, right? Because for most of the game, he's going to be red. I put Kha'Zix top. That's true, but that was a joke. Graves, I mean, what is there to say? I mean, he wins. He shoves the lane early and then he wins. In fact, it's even worse than that. I'm not going to order the list. That's too much time. There's too many champs. I think that's it. I think we put everyone. And then Kled, I guess. Yeah, Kled's impossible. He's always going to win. Put Kled over here. I don't want him to be next to those champs. Yi top. Yeah, that's true. People do play Yi top. I mean, that's impossible. Ballista top. I mean, it was impossible, but I don't think nobody picks that now. I feel like that doesn't count. Lilia? I mean, I guess. I'll put Lilia. Or even is she? Oh, that's not her. Lilia's somewhere over there. Alright, no, I'm not going to rank anyone else. That's enough. I put everyone. Nico, okay, I'll put Nico because that actually was a thing. Top lane Nico actually was a thing. And yeah, it was pretty self-explanatory. Okay, I think that's everyone. I think this is good. This is true. Yeah, Nico top was actually a thing a bunch of times. No, it's not in order. The only one that's in order is Azir. Azir's the only one that's in order. He is, I think, the most impossible matchup in the game for Kled. Everybody else is not.